Hey everybody, Faisal here. Welcome to the RPA Developer Camp with Hack to Skill powered by UIPath. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Let's get this journey started. Today we'll be running through RPA, the fundamentals of it, why is it necessary, some facts, the edge it has over other tech, and the opportunities in the industry. So, Hack to Skill is India's largest and fastest growing community of technology innovators, including students, startups, developers, entrepreneurs, and freelancers. We focus on upskilling the youth of India to make them industry ready by collaborating with corporate giants like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Tata, Startup, and lots more for various events, including developer camps, hackathons, and more. So we have Anuj over here. He is an RPA enthusiast and the H2S community lead. He has delivered many sessions on RPA, won hackathons in RPA. And now I'll be handing it over to Anuj. Hi Anuj, how's it going?
Hey, hi. I hope you can hear me and see me.
Yes, yes, we can.
Great. I'm doing well. Thanks a lot for the wonderful introduction, Fazil. And I hope everybody is really excited to learn more about RPADC and how they can start their journey with robotic process automation developer camp and what RPA really is. So I guess without wasting time, I'll just hop onto the presentation and then we'll move it on.
That's great.
I'm just sharing my screen. Let me know when it is visible. Okay. There's a slight delay. I'll just remove this so it doesn't cause any obstruction. And let's hop on to the main presentation. Let me start the slideshow. Welcome to the introduction. I'll take you through what RPA is, what are the mix and facts, what are the job opportunities, and how you can start a journey with RPA. So if we go with the technical term and the literature, RPA is robotic process automation. It's a technology which mimics human expressions and the human imitations. So it's something similar to what we do on a daily basis. So just imagine you're doing yourself a very basic and mundane task, a boring one, and you're doing it again and again and again, which can be automated and save your time, and at the same time you can utilize that same time at other places. So eventually the bot which does this, the technology which we can use is robotic process automation here. And as the name suggests, robotic process automation. So the robots are being used in a certain process to automate various things. I'll try to keep this session as small as possible and focus more on the Q&A part, because that's the part where I can interact more with you. So I'll just read out the slide once. RPA is a technology that enables a software program to mimic human actions while interacting with the computer applications to accomplish required tasks. So this is something which I was mentioning at the start of the session. And some human interactions that can be automated are keyboard inputs, opening any of the applications, mouse movements, reading a computer screen, data scrapping. These are some basic things which RPA can do. Now, as I was saying, what RPA really is. So these are something, the I won't say the benefits, but the pros, or like how RPA can be more defined. So RPA does no mistake. It can work without resting, quick to implement and power to scale. I'll come on every point here with some examples so make you understand more easily. So if I talk about mimics human action, I already shared an example with you. Operates any application. So suppose you are you want to download something, a web series for an instance, and you want to download that, and you start by clicking one episode, settings, download 720p, and then you have to download 1000 episodes. So you're opening Google, or you're opening Firefox, or you're opening Mozilla. Mozilla Firefox are the same. So if you're opening Edge, so this is like operating any application, going to specific websites, downloading multiple so data segregation, sorting, extracting data from PDF, putting into an Excel. And by putting it into Excel, I don't mean to do it for some small number, 10, 20, for 30 PDFs, but thousands of PDFs at the same time. So this is something which RPA can do. No mistake. Just imagine you're doing work for 24 hours straight, continuous for 4 days. Eventually, you're going to make some mistakes, right? And you need rest, but the body doesn't need any rest. You just need a system to work on, and the internet. If it's online work, quick to implement and part to scale. So if I implement a bot doing a work of 12 hours in few minutes, and I want others to have it, I can easily scale it up. I don't need any extra developers. I don't need any designers, or third party applications tools to scale up and build more bots. Really simple. Now, this is one of my most favorite slides. Reason being, when I started my journey with RPA, these are some basic questions which I used to have. What RPA is not, and these are some myths and facts around RPA. So people used to think, even I used to think, that RPA is talking robots and humanoids. It's something which we use in warehouses, and it's something will replace human or take on human, but that's not the case. That's not what RPA is. RPA is a software, technology where we'll build software bots, and to put it onto system and work. So it's not something which will replace humans. And I know this would be one of the most common questions also: will RPA replace humans? Will the bots take over humans? So that's not the case. We are not talking about terminators here, so don't worry about that. uh, i'll just have a I'll just have a look at the comment section once. How I get diploma certificate. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay, so Arunish Ranjan, I'll take this question at the end when I'm done with the presentation. Then we'll be taking up this question. What robots can do? So robots can do pretty much everything which a human can do. If I think a human can, like, do some work repetitively, and there's a specific process to that, bots can do that. There's no need to think about it. A second thought given here. Log into any application. These are some examples written here, and these are just on 2% or 3% of what RPA really can do. So I have made myself quite a few bots, and it was really easy, building them if you know the concepts. And the best part about RPA is that you don't need any sort of high level of expertise in coding, or you don't need to know anything. Like, you need to know the basics. Eventually, it's low code, not no code, right? So that's one of the best part about RPA. So I'll give you some more examples as we move on to the next slides. Let's take some minor examples from each of these sectors. So education, enrollment process, right? So suppose everybody knows that how the enrollment process goes on, right? You go to a admission cell, then they'll redirect you to other cell, they'll give you some documents, and it moves on to the library and other processes. So just imagine going for the admission, and on a single desk, all the applications, all the information are being automatically filled in, which people used to do manually, but right now it's automatically filled in while taking admission. Right, supply chain management, inventory management, invoice and contract management. I have made a bot around this for someone. So eventually, she used to manage a lot of inventory for her factory, and it was the data for her to manage everything. So I created a bot, her, where she'll just put out data in Excel, and it'll be segregated into multiple Excels, give out relevant mails, text messages to the relevant clients, team members, and at the same time, check the current status of the ongoing projects according to the requirement which she fills in as a constraint there, and at the same time, generate invoice if needed. So it was a very dynamic bot which I created, and it was super fun. When you see that the process which used to take 5 hours and 10 hours, and it's being completed, in fraction of minutes and seconds. So eventually you love it, right? IT, server and app monitoring, routine and maintenance monitoring. So we all know that in IT you don't need to right, you can schedule things, you can schedule mails, you can schedule everything. So just imagine, you need to come to office and check out the server, do the routine maintenance, and you can create a bot to do that. And if there's an issue, the bot will send a mail to you that, hello Anuj, there's an issue with the server and these are the issue, which can be resolved by this. So at the same time giving the solutions also. HR, payroll, onboarding, offboarding is a very long process. Whenever an employee joins in, the process eventually takes a lot of time. There are various documents which needs to be done, which needs to be sent by the employee to the HR. Then there's a certain database which needs to be filled, and the same process when when a person is leaving the firm. So there's a lot of things which they need to complete. So eventually, you can have a bot on that. Whenever you call a customer service agent, right, you say a lot of things, you have a lot of issues, share your problems, and the person either can type it down or respond to you while solving a query. So it's really complicated when you do that. So we have a bot which can typically note down whatever you are saying, fill out the form as per as the information you're sharing, give it out to the system, get the relevant information, and give you a solution according to that. Accounting operations, order creation, update work request, something which eventually I covered in the example of supply chain management. So in the accounting departments, we know even every college, I'll take an example of college, gets thousands of data on a daily basis. By thousands I mean 20,000, 30,000, because some of the other student is depositing fees either on the library or the gym, academic, hostel, tuition, etc. So you get so much data, and you have to check it out again and again and again, and you're not sure if you're making a mistake, because even 2 rupees misplacement in accounts department causes a lot of issue. So you can have a bot for the same. So till now you must have understood what are the advantages of RPA. So these are the major advantages of RPA. Increase execution speed, enhanced accuracy, improved regulatory compliance. So this is something which I was saying at the start. I guess I'll take a pause here. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in. I'll just take a minute here. Okay, so we don't have any question. Elaborate the third one. What are the prerequisites to learn RPA? So there are no such prerequisites. You just need a system to learn RPA. You can learn RPA on your phone also, but to test it and have a hands-on, you'll need a system, right? Himanshu, you are saying elaborate the third one. I'm not. Are you talking about the slide which I am on right now? Improve regulatory compliance. Just write it down. Yes, then I'll take it on. Okay, sorry. Yes. So improved regulatory compliance means that you can set a specific rules, right? That the bots should be created in a certainized way, a standardized way of making bots. If you already have the constraints, you have to make bot under these conditions. The bot where you have to build in that. So it's increased, matlab, the flexibility while working with regulatory compliance, or you can say the laws. The compliance with the privacy terms and conditions. It's really improved when you work with RPA, because it's really flexible with all the technologies. So I hope this covers your question. Reduce cost, process execution. So if you're hiring 3 people to do a work for 12 hours, but you can make a bot, and you can hire one person to manage the bot, right? Easier scaling, as already explained at the start, increase execution speed, doing the work of 12 hours in fraction of seconds. Now the question comes, Anuj, you have already shared about RPA, what RPA is, benefits, pros, cons. There are very less, and as far as I know, there are none. So how are we, on the jobs and internship side? Do we have any opportunities on that part? Do we have any yeah, so do we have any openings? So the stats are in front of you, right? And before coming on to this stat, let's have a look at the graph. So why we have to choose RP as a career, right? When we reached this graph, because there was already a boom about RPA in the after COVID struck. I guess the boom got certain direction, and everybody started taking RP seriously, and everybody wanted the boss to do the work, right? So RPA is I have seen many of my friends getting placed, and when I was in college, the fresher job opportunities. The only thing which you need is that relevant skills, knowledge, and some experience. And by experience, I don't mean the industry experience. Even if you have as a freelancer, as an intern, as an project experience, if you have built many projects, experience can come through hackathons, communities, delivering sessions, attending sessions, and making the own bots, building use cases. There are many ways to do this, right? So UiPath was also voted as one of the one of the low code category, number one in the low code category in all four regions. And by low code, I mean low code, not no code. And UiPath named the leader, highest ranking in current offering strategy, RPA market presence in all categories. RPA has their own UiPath studio to build. They have their own academy. They have their own community forum, event page. They have a lot which you can explore. Before moving forward with this, I'll like to take you through what UiPath Academy looks like. Let me just go through the academy. So academy.uipath.com is the website, and this is the course which you have to start. The link to this course is available on your on the Hack to Skill dashboard. Let me just sign in with my mail ID. It will be easier for me to show you then. Yes, done. So this is what Academy is. All the courses here are free. You can learn according to what you like. You don't have to be a developer. You can be a RPA solution architect. You can be a business analyst. You can be a RPA developer, a RPA designer. There's a lot which you can do. So right now, the CTA call to action for you guys would be go to this course, Introduction to RPA. The direct link is not visible here, I guess. Let's go by courses. So the link to this course is given onto your Hack to Skill dashboard. You can directly go in from there. So you don't need to go through the whole process. Just click on that, sign up, and then we are ready. So when you click on the link, you'll be redirected to this page. You, in place of completed, it will be written here. Let's enroll, or like start learning now. Click on that. You will be taken to the course. Complete that. It will hardly take few. How I get diploma certificate. So that's what I am taking here on Idle Thoughts. So after completing the course, you will be after completing the course, you will be directed towards quick 10 question test. You have to clear that, and after that, you'll get the diploma. When you get the diploma, just click on download diploma. So you will be able to download your diploma. After completing the diploma, you have to submit it onto the platform. Give me a sec. After downloading the diploma, you just have to go back to the platform, Hack to Skill website. The internet is pretty slow for me, so I hope you guys don't mind. Let's just wait. So when you go to the website, you will find a dashboard button on the right side, right? Click on that, and there you will see a button called submission. You just have to upload your file there, and along with the t-shirt size, we'll cross check and get back to you. So it's taking a lot of time, so I'll just stop it. Yes. So I let me show you the community also. So the community is a place where you find everything what's going on inside the UiPath community, right? So you have all the events, blogs, forums, all the certifications, upcoming events, and you can attend the events in other countries also. So just go scroll and attend whatever events are there. Around RP and AI coming up on 2026. Out and you can attend any one of them which you like. So it's taking time to load. All the events will load up when it's done. And if you want to be a part of any specific chapter, just click on search, uh, then write India. So these are the chapters which you can be a part of. Select whichever near to you, and if you want to meet new people, and if you think you are already good at RP and want to create some, some chapters in your city, just go to the get involved, right? Start a chapter, write a full name, and we are good to go. So if you like it, forum.uipath.com. So it's a place where open eventually, but it's not going to open on my laptop. So I'll take the UiPath forum at the end of the session. Till then, let's come back to the presentation. Mm, it's taking time to load. Let's go without the slideshow. I guess either this would be taking some time. I'll start this at the end. Learn, we know how we can engage, and we know what we are gonna learn, right? Where is Photoshop? Everybody knows about, like everybody knows that to design a creative, you need Photoshop. To code, you need Photoshop. To code sublime text, there's many studios or tools which you can use to code. I have already completed these things. What to do next? BTech student has necessary to. I'll take all the questions at the end, guys. So after downloading the studio, so it's really similar to what any of one of the tools which I mentioned look like. It's really easy. It's pick and drop. Now the question comes, if it's pick and drop, why it's called low code? And when you put it onto the workflow, you can set constraints. You'll need loops, variables, and when you move forward, having a basic concept of oops. And if you're gonna go with AI and all, so you can work with AI center. Eventually you'll need the basic understanding of oops, and if you're gonna go with AI center, eventually you'll need the basic understanding of loops. understanding of coding, right? So that's the reason why I've already taken you through the academy. I have already shared about the developer community, community forum, community events. So now, without wasting time, I like to hop on to the Q&A part. Yes. So let's check out the comment section. Just give me a sec. What are the prerequisites to learn RPA? So there are no prerequisites to learn RPA. If you are really interested in RPA, you can start learning. You know how to learn, or you have the academy with you. No need to worry whether you are a tech student or not. Even a non-tech people can start RPA. How do I get the diploma? I have already showed you that. I've already completed these things. So what to do? So I have taken you through the process that what to do if you have already completed these things. So you just need to go to the dashboard and you have to submit it there. So it's not that complex, but still, if you want, I can take you through the process of submitting it. So just give me a sec. I'm sharing my screen again. Guys, I hope my screen is visible. So this is what the dashboard will look like. So when you go to the website hackerschool.com/hack/mitrpa, you will find the dashboard button to the right side. Just click on that. Just click on that, and you have to go to the submission part, and you can upload your uh, you can upload your PDF, add your t-shirt size, and then we are good to go. Click on submit. Guys, don't just find the file wherever it is in the downloads, click on the PDF and submit it. Guys, don't forget to use the same mail ID which you're using to register here on the platform, as well as on the Hack to Skill platform, as well as UiPath. So the next question we have is BTech student has necessary to get no, uh, even a non-BTech students can take part in this and get a diploma. How to integrate RPA to Android Studio? That's to be honest, that's a part of RPA developer, and I'm not sure if you can like have RPA integrated in Android app. So if you can automate few things on the application. There are tools through our processor you can automate a few of the applications and have a certain flow. But if you want to indulge RPA in an Android app, that's something not possible, as far as I know. Next is how much time is required to be job ready. See, that depends. I have few people I know who started RPA 6 months back and right now have a very good package, who have a very good job, and people know them in the community, right? And there are people who have been working around RPA for like 2 years now, but still they don't have any idea about the core RPA development. So that's on how you learn. That's on how you improvise. That's on how you build projects. If you have submitted a diploma, then you have completed the process. What after submission? After submission, we will cross check and then we'll get back to you on a mail, and then we'll be shipping the goodies at the end, probably in the mid or end of February. After submitting, as I have showed you, you just have to uh, submit it onto Hack to Skill platform. Guys, feel free to drop any of your queries if you have. Till then, I'll invite Ravi Ranjan, the person who made this collaboration possible with MITM, on the screen. Hi, Ravi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, Ravi, how are you?
I am fine. What about you?
I'm doing extremely well.
Uh,
So, thanks a lot, Ravi, for making this collaboration possible. It was really
yeah,
good and great working with you. So,
it's thank you for providing this such a session, good session on this RPA. Actually, I was also working on RPA, but I
Mhm.
didn't know much more about it. So I thought maybe it will be helpful for me too.
Yeah, that's see, that's the reason, right? To support the community, to
Yeah, yeah,
support the everyone around RPA and how we can move forward with it. So right now,
that's it.
many
That's right.
people have idea about RPA, and I'm sure they're gonna start and build really cool bots around RPA,
So
and I hope to see some in the upcoming future. A story that I started my journey
yes,
with
sir.
Hack to Skill and UiPath.
Yes, we thank to UiPath for providing this session.
Really great. So right now you have everybody has 24 hours to complete the session and no to complete the course, submit the diploma onto the platform. After 24 hours, the submissions will be closing out. So yeah, best of luck. So I guess we have few comments. The camp is not for BTech students. This camp is for everyone who wants to learn RPA. Right now, do you use RPA for showing the comments and the name on screen? No, that's a different platform which we use to stream on YouTube. So thanks everyone for joining in on this. I guess Tuesday. I suppose it's Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So join. Yeah. So joining on this Tuesday, and I hope to see something amazing really soon. Thank you,
yeah.
everyone.
There is another session on 29th, na?
Yes, on 29th we have, as I mentioned during the session on 29th, we have one more session on jobs and internships around RP
Yeah,
and
yeah.
AI. You all will be getting a mail with the link. Don't forget to register. So the reason for us to include that session as a part of RPA DC was that now you have an understanding of what RPA is and how to build, but you need to have more clarity on jobs and internships around RPA, right? So
Yes,
that's the reason we are doing
that's
this session.
necessary.
And
Yes,
yeah, that's necessary. Exactly. So that's the reason we were doing it. So we are going to have Syed, Mr. Syed, who has been in the industry for like 12 years now and is the UiPath MVP. So do join in. Feel free to ask your questions to them, and I hope it's going to go great.
yeah.
Yeah. Bye bye, everyone. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.